Marlon, first of all, what was it like to play on that pitch?
Oh, it was awful. Ball weren't rolling correctly. It was stopping. How many times you see the lads running, but the ball ended up behind them? It was really tough out there. There's not a lot we could do really. We couldn't play football. We knew that. You know, I knew today that I wasn't going to get on the ball a lot, and just had to try and get on the second balls. And you know, we just needed a bit of luck today, maybe, and then maybe we'd have gone and won the game. But at the start of the game in these conditions, it kind of looked like it was always going to be a 0-0 game, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you think it should have been played? Really?
You know, at the start it was all right. It did make it hard. Obviously now during the game, now obviously I'm going to say maybe it shouldn't have been played. You know, if we got 3 points, it would have been different. Like, you know, the travelled down, so it made sense for it to be on. But it was hard, you know, for both teams out there to kind of generate any kind of football play and create any real cut chances, really.
Yeah, it's one of those days where an unfortunate mistake can lead to a goal, couldn't it? Like you get the ball stuck in the mud, that sort of thing. But you managed to avoid all those sort of potential. Yeah,
that was kind of our team talk, and we knew we couldn't be complacent on the ball because, you know, like you said, the ball gets stuck. People hurry in these conditions, so you know, our protocol was really to get the ball and try and aim forward and then work off that. Really, that was all we could have done. So we had a bit of joy, but you know, nothing too much. And like I said, a 0-0 was probably the correct result.
Yeah. Did you actually sort of get used to it at all as the game wore on? But actually, how to sort of move the ball around?
No, I don't think you can really. Like, it's so unpredictable. You don't know, like I said, you don't know if the ball's going to come to you or not. So it was tough throughout the whole game, and you know, it's always a tough place to come, you know, just because of the slope. But you know, when it's heavy and boggy as it is, it takes it out of you as well. So it was tough for the 90 minutes, and you know, a lot of that's quite heavy after that.
Yeah, you made your first Cheltenham appearance here, didn't you, as a sub? I mean, just gives you a chance to look back at what's happened since then. It's been an interesting couple of years, hasn't it?
Yes, it's been quite a journey, to be honest. Everyone's kind of seemed to come a long way, and I remember it was a nice sunny day that day as well. It was quite warm and completely different conditions today. But yeah, it was nice to reflect. You know, I made my debut for Cheltenham, and you know, unfortunately we didn't get 3 points today though.
Yeah, it sets you up for Easter weekend. Obviously, you would like 3 points, but you got one ahead of the. Do you think Easter weekend could be the deciding moment in the season?
Yeah, it could be pivotal. You know, if we won today, it would have been second. But we can still, you know, go second if we beat Port Vale on Friday. We know that's obviously going to be a really tough place to go. And you know, Northampton on Monday, they got a good win today, and you know, they're really up there now. And I think they got a game in hand, Northampton. Yeah. So obviously we do need to have 6 points. Would obviously be great. But you know, hopefully we can, you know, not lose any of the game and, you know, at least win one. So obviously we've got to try and be positive, and we know there's going to be 2 tough games and kind of similar ways. You know, Northampton are quite direct, and when we played Port Vale they were as well. So we've been on a decent run, so you know, we're going to both games with relief, and you know, so hopefully we take points off the teams around us. That's what we've got to do now. What
was the change room like after the game? It was just a case of anything could have happened, so point isn't too bad today.
Yeah, you can't really be too down on that. Like you said, there was hardly any football to be played. We kind of obviously got around each other in the game, trying to encourage each other. But it's a decent point. The conditions, the way they are, it's a decent point. Like you said, we stuck to our job well. No one really made any stupid mistakes, and we battled to the last minute. Really, it just won our day.
Yeah, some people have been saying that after beating Rotherham, it's a 2 points drop, but if they'd actually seen it, it's virtually impossible to sort of outplay a team on that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it killed both teams really, because you know, we've watched a bit of Barnet, and they even tried to play a bit today. You know that, you know, they've got a new management and that, and they've kind of had a overhaul as such and play out from the back. So it didn't really suit them either. And you know, obviously yourself, we like to play some nice football too. So it did really kind of kill both teams in the way they play. And like you said, obviously we'd come to the start of the game, you know, 3 points would have been massive, and on the back of the Rotherham game, you know, we really fancied ourselves. But So we did it all I can. It weren't enough, but obviously conditions hindered our chances massively.
Yeah, Edgar David sort of marked you at Modern Road, didn't he? Pretty much. Were you a bit disappointed that you couldn't play today, or were you glad that he wasn't playing?
No, I think of course you're going to be disappointed. You want to play against opposition, you know, and players like his calibre. You want to play against them week in, week out. So yeah, it was a shame really, but you know, I think their midfield were pretty decent today as well. So you know, they gave a solid enough job against us.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Cheers.
Cheers, Marlon.